Good morning. It is Sunday, May 4th. Skipped yesterday. Sort of boring day after work. But it is the weekend. I'm glad for that. And I am starting off this morning heading over to Mom's. She's back in town. And we're going to go garage sailing. It's been a little bit. Apparently there are some subdivision sales and such. It's a little dreary out, but not currently raining, so hopefully people still have the sales. Morning. Welcome home. So, Words with Friends is just digital Scrabble, and now they're making a physical game of it, apparently. Shouldn't they just call it Scrabble? It's a very large stuffed animal. Where? Did you just say where? Mom was getting bored with the garage sailing. As usual, I'm ending empty-handed. But we're gonna stop and get some Mexican food on the way home. So have a nice meal at least. That'd be nice. Their menu's different.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's easier to read. I'm just hoping everything else is the same. I mean, because before it was like the text was on like a very busy background.
It's a wall of text.
Well, I mean, it still is. It's just that it used to be on a busy background. Now there's like blank stuff behind it where you can read it instead of being on top of the pictures. Oh good, they still have it. I'm good. She didn't know I got the same thing. And she's like, with chicken? I'm like, no, it's the quesadilla grande. It's the one with both. So you got one that's chicken, and then that one's beef.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And food was quite delicious. So we're gonna do a couple of little shopping trips on the way home. Pick a few things up. Yeah, it's fun. Mom was saying the other day that, you know, between just stuff they've been busy with and then going out of town and such, she feels like she ain't been getting to see me enough. Well, we hung out for like 6.5 or 7 hours this morning. Today. Can't say this morning. Starting this morning, it's like 2:15 now. I'm just leaving. So, hope she's happy. Suppose I might have missed her a bit too. It's fun. Now I'm headed home. Far too much of this has been outside, and it's like all warm out and sunny and blah. It was all dreary and cloudy this morning, but the sun sure came out after a couple hours. And I've had a bit of time to cool down, hanging out. Actually gotten some responses to messages on eHarmony, talking to someone. At least a little bit, so yeah, it's fun. Otherwise, listening to music and starting to plan. I need to plan the next world building video for Jadeking Gaming. It's been a couple months at this point. I'm like, okay, I need to put the next one out at some point. They're not easy videos to produce. A lot of thought goes into them. An unboxing is literally, I just set up the camera and I open it and it's whatever I think of while I'm looking at it. It's my first impression. This is more of a little more produced, a little more planned out, a little more work has to go into it ahead of time. So, not the biggest fan of them, but they're free to make. And so that's definitely a good thing when I need that. And I think it's good. You know, and I tend to be happy with them once they're done. I'm just not a big fan of the process of making them. Once I've made them, I like sharing that information. It's just more work than I wish it was to make. All right, so I have some notes for the next world building video. And I went back and forth on this one for a while. Because at one point I was thinking, I could do like 3 videos out of this information. And the more I went over it, the more I'm like, no, so much of it was going to be repeated. Let's combine it down. I don't know if it's going to be a really long video. I don't know. Sometimes I wish I had a teleprompter to record videos with. Because as written, it's not like an exact script, but it's close. It's like if I could read it word for word, I could tighten it up rather easy and just make a script for it. But as it is, it'll be a lot of read the thing, look up at the camera, say the point, and then there's going to be a cut where I basically do that over and over. But it's like after 8:30, so that's not going to be filmed tonight. I've spent a lot of time just working on coming up with the idea, but I've got it pretty much down. I have the information I need for the video. At this point, probably won't be until next weekend at least that I film it. So I'll have extra time to think about it, and maybe I'll come up with something else. And sometimes I do to add to the notes. But I have the bulk of information there and ready to go. Otherwise, I need to figure out dinner, and that's an easy one. Mom had leftovers from lunch today, so that's my dinner tonight. Looks like it turned out pretty good. And that was actually quite delicious. But I'm tired. So I'm going to bed. Thank you for joining me. Joining me as my journey continues. Bye.